Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you might be. We're back with another action-packed 425 show with a special guest today, which we're super excited about it.
Action.
Good morning. Good morning, Christos. Action-packed.
It was like Die Hard. It's an action-packed series.
It's a
Die
Christmas
Hard.
special then. Good morning. So
It's gonna be explosions and fighting, blood all over. Like once you're done with B2C, there will be blood and explosions. How about that?
I thought that was B2C. Blood explosions. Every time I do custom policies, that's what my office looks like. I got to clean up afterward.
If you walk out alive, then you know you did it. You know, it makes you stronger. We're not selling the product, are we? I think we're gonna be banned after this.
So good afternoon, Daniel.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening for those who watch us around the world. So, hello, everyone.
Dan has a prize for whoever pronounces his surname correctly. There's gonna be a competition at the end. Like, throw us your guesses, and whoever guesses correctly or closer wins.
So we were told Daniel K.
Yeah, there you go.
That's perfectly fine, and it's safe to use this one.
Safe. Yeah.
My wife's family's Polish, at least her mom's side, and so she uses her mother's maiden name with some numbers as her password for everything, because even if you heard her say it, you'd have no idea how to spell it. So it's like Stadusky, but it's like 400 consonants all stuck together, and somehow that ends up in Stadusky. So, good luck.
Daniel, where are you based, Daniel?
I'm based in Poland, Warsaw, capital, so Europe.
Never been to Poland.
So I really recommend, if you plan, just ping me on Twitter or LinkedIn, and we can organize some nice trips. So
yes, absolutely. If I'm coming, I'm pinging you.
Just let me know, and I'm happy to proceed.
Well, let's say hello to our friends online. We have Bruce Bolt. He's a permanent feature on the show, and Lamjacker. We appreciate all the support, and thanks for everyone joining today. 45 show road trip. Oh, we can do we can do a tour.
That's right.
That's a good idea. I like it.
Bolt's in the UK.
Yes.
And Stefan on our team, who does the Wednesday show, he and Daniel are Daniel's in Poland right now, and Stefan is in the Netherlands, I think. So, road trip. Time to go.
JP, you're self-taught, aren't you?
Self-taught what?
Self-taught, I suspect, in technology, like computing.
I took a few programming classes in college, but I went to school for music ed because I wanted to be a band director. So we see how well
this
that
story
worked out.
never gets old, my friends. And yet, I've never heard you play music. This is a little bit disappointing. We should.
I know. Well, I don't get to play as much as I used to because I'm either working or I'm dealing with children. So
yeah, I know. Well, did you see
my
that tweet?
2-year-old goes and plays the drums.
Okay.
He'll go in there and beat on them. And in fact, it's summertime, so you might hear them.
All the way from Charlotte, I can hear them here.
Guys, to be honest, I had a plan to be a musician. So I want to be a rapper before becoming a software developer. And what I did in my parents' house, I did a small studio in the background. So I had this keyboard and some other stuff, and I really wanted to be a rapper. But then I realized that probably that's not the way to go. If
you know what
I mean?
You should drop some bars. Drop some bars now, and then you never know. It can take off. It can go viral. And then it can be the next.
That's right.
I'm better on the custom policies implementation right now than being a rapper. So
that's a high order. That's awesome.
They're kind of the same, right? Like they're clever, they're esoteric. You should, we'll turn this into like Sway in the Morning.
Or how about an identity band? Now we can do a tour and educate people and fulfill your dreams. You can be a musician and a technical person and do a tour. I mean, if our boss approves it, then we're doing a tour this year.
There is an identity band amazingly enough. In fact, they play every year at the Identiverse contest or conference, and they call themselves ZZ Off.
Whoa,
Oh,
ZZ off. It's like ZZ
oh,
top. So
Yep.
that's
Yep.
nice.
So I don't know if they're. I've never heard them play, but I mean, apparently they're made up of a bunch of people from all over, from all the different identity companies. So
well, Bruce can play the bass. So
the bass. It was. What are we fishing?
how do you call it?
A bass.
It's not a bass. There's no E in the end.
This is English. Nothing makes sense.
Goddamn word.
Play,
Daniel, you feel my pain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're gonna
thank
play
you.
the electric bass.
Bass. Okay. Now,
Oh,
that's good to
I need
know.
more coffee this morning, man. Oh, God. But anyway,
well.
we might be doing a tour. I don't know. I love the idea of touring the world.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Really nice idea. Yeah, to talk about some identity stuff and also play the guitar in the evening. So maybe that's the idea.
Spreading the good word of identity.
Yeah.
The world.
Do they have
It's a
good
mission.
fishing in Poland? Or they have good fishing in Poland for Christos? So you can get some electric bass.
I think so. Yeah.
Nobody clips it. Do not. Oh man, I love the idea of work.
Oh, that's right, a
painful.
clip.
Yeah.
I got to figure out how to do clips so I can clip stuff like that.
So fun in games until the airline sends you your instruments to Siberia. Someone talks from experience, I think.
I think in last week you were talking about going to the beach. And so I think if you were on
Yeah.
the beach fishing for bass, I think I think we should do an on location shoot of the 425 show.
Well, you'll be doing it on location, aren't you? Because you're taking off in a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, I'll be in Michigan most of the summer, so we'll be doing most of the shows from my sister-in-law's basement like we did last summer.
Like
when
we did
first
last summer.
started.
That was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, because she's the only one up there with fast enough internet to to do any sort of reasonable internet connection. So
Yeah. Fun.
So
times.
anyway,
Hey,
so
roll the
I hear
credits. We got news.
we got some news.
Yes. Roll the.
I don't think that ever gets old. So what's the news, Christos? What's new?
This music is so serious. I love it. Right. Serious news. Introducing Azure AD Access Reviews for Service Principals. So now your company can really hone in on how service principals are used and check for access. That can be set up on the portal, or you can set it in ARM, or you can set it in Microsoft Graph. And you can go crazy with reviewing all the stuff that happens with
Go crazy with reviewing.
Right. Next one is what's that? No, that's not the right one. It's this one. No, I've already talked about this one.
I think we just did that one.
Yes. The next one is actually something that is very exciting. Introducing the new Azure Functions Extension Libraries beta. It is beta or beta, whatever you want to pronounce it, or from whichever part of the world you are. But it allows you to connect services without needing credentials. So your triggers and your bindings work with the Azure Identity Library out of the box using the default Azure credential, and therefore allows for even more secure connections to your services. And
Really nice.
they automatically work on local environment as well. So it's not just for the cloud, it's for local development as well, and works with emulators, if I'm not mistaken, which is exciting.
Yeah, it works with Azure, right? It says. I don't know. I mean, presumably it would work with the old Windows Azure storage. I haven't tried the Azure one yet. I'm still using the old Azure storage emulator. I should try Azure.
I think they're defaulting now to Azurite. I think the team is pushing for Azurite in everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that'll be because Azure is cross-platform, right?
Exactly, because the other one is only Windows, and I can't believe that we had it Windows only for so many years. It's been what, 6-7 years? It's crazy. Anyway, that's it. I think this is very exciting. I really want to dig my teeth into this one and see how it works and whether it's as seamless as they say. Because because they said it doesn't mean it happens. So we need to put it in the test. And it's a beta, right? So there might be some bugs there. If you're trying it out, please let us know in the GitHub repo if there are any issues. The other two items are slightly out of the Microsoft ecosystem and just security related news. The first one is that an Instagram bug allowed anyone to view private account and private account media by brute forcing and guessing the media IDs. So you need to know the media ID, but as long as you brute force it and run, we have a lot of compute power these days. You can brute force your way into that and be able to do it. And it was just sending a post request to GraphQL and retrieving all the sensitive data you wanted. It's been patched, but it was out for a while. So
security by obscurity. Nobody will ever guess these huge numbers.
It's a UUID. Who's going to guess it?
Yeah, right? Who could guess that?
And then there's a critical 0-day patch that has gone out for 12.5.3 iOS that allows overtaking the underlying operating system. This has been patched, so please download the latest version. And
so how old of a device would you have that couldn't take iOS 13?
Is it not 14 now? I think we're 14, right?
Well, it's on 14 now, but if you're on, if you wouldn't be on 12 unless you couldn't get 13, right?
That is a good point. I don't know, maybe a 64 gig 10 or
I don't know too.
8.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking. I'm curious now. So iOS 13. So if you've got something before an iPhone 6S, it looks like you should probably update. Yeah, it looks like 6S was the oldest one of those. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, if you've got a 6S or earlier, you should probably take a look at
get a new device.
You may want to get a new device too.
And patch. JP is selling his. He's got plenty, as he's going through a new device every week.
No, I did send the Foldy phone back because
you did. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it was okay, but it's got the front screen, which was cool, but it wasn't. It was almost too narrow, and the internet isn't made for a super narrow device, and so every site I'd go to, you had to scroll back and forth like horizontally, which was super annoying. And I mean, when you open it up, it looks amazing open because you got the big screen, all that sort of stuff, but it's still a bit unwieldy. It wasn't as unwieldy as the Surface Duo, which I have to say the Duo was an interesting idea that I think kind of fell flat.
There's number 2 coming out.
I know, maybe number 2 will be better.
But it still won't have an external screen, so you still have to open it to work with it, right? Yeah.
And the keyboard on the Duo was awful. I mean, you can say what you want, but I found it completely miserable to use because you're holding it and it's on one screen. So the thing's either like up over here or it's out to the side and you're over here typing. It's just.
Can you turn it around like a Nintendo DS?
Yeah, you can do that, but then you've got your fingers all over the back screen and like the detection wasn't always working. So half the time like things are happening. You're like, wait a minute, what happened to my app? Oh, it went to the other screen because it thinks I'm using that. It's just like, it's too much drama. So
you know what I never had? I don't think it was big in Europe. The phones that would flip and then there would be a keyboard underneath.
Yeah, I had one of those.
We never had these in Europe. They never took off. So there's like all these video clips from the early 2000s where people like flip the phone and send messages to their friends or whatever. It's like, what is this? We never had it. The closest I got was the Nokia 71, whatever it was. The Matrix Nokia that would flip down.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to say it. Yeah, like Morpheus used this phone and it was like, hello, and I was like, whoa!
The best device ever, and then you get WEP. It was it WEP or WAP? The internet in the early days, where you only get the links, the hyperlinks to a page. It was WEP.
Maybe WAP.
I don't think we're allowed to say WAP anymore because it has a very different meaning these days. Thanks to what's your name? What's your name?
Yeah. There was I think there was a music video where somebody was sending text messages through Excel on their Nokia phone. I remember that music video. I think
you can write a macro.
late '90s R&B, and it's like, oh, you're gonna come to the spot, and it's like it's Excel on the phone.
Did Microsoft pay sponsorship to do that? Placement.
I mean,
product placement.
I mean, I'm gonna have to go find it now because I'm really curious.
Now, I mean, you could technically use Excel with a macro that connects to Twilio or whatever and sends text messages. It's not that it can't happen, but back in the 90s, that didn't exist.
It was Kelly Rowland.
Rowland from
And I don't know when the video came out, but she was texting Nelly. The guy with the Band-Aid on his face.
I remember this. Yeah.
Yeah.
He must be very bad at saving because he always had a Band-Aid on.
Yeah. So, must have. But, here, look at this. Look at Chris, do you still have your screen up? Go open this link.
Yeah. It's coming your way. Oh, there's even an article for that. I love it.
Yeah, somebody actually wrote an article. But yeah, there we go. It's in Excel. So at least they merged and centered the cell, right?
Okay.
I mean, are they merging the cells over here? I am curious now to see what. That's amazing.
I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see how many. I'm gonna see if I could write a Twilio add-in for Excel. That might be kind of fun.
I think this will be a quite complex architecture in this case, but you can try.
I mean, all you need to do is just add the SendGrid credentials and send some kind of.
Yeah.